What's up, everybody? Cassie Lately here, and I wanted to come in and talk about this case right out of Memphis. They were looking for this lady named Eliza Fletcher, mom, wife, school teacher, and unfortunately, the search came to an unfortunate find. They found her body behind this abandoned house in Memphis, and the internet is going crazy, and there's a lot of debates. So I wanted to get into some of the stuff that people are saying on social media. Like I said, she was 34 years old, so it's super unfortunate what happened to her, while she's just out going for a run, going for a routine jog. And so, like I said, people are talking on Twitter, and I want to discuss some of the things that people are saying about this case. So I know on Twitter I saw a lot of people in outrage about the fact of, women should be able to jog at any time of the day, whether it's 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. And a lot of people are fighting back against that and saying, you know what, some things you just can't do. So like you have to have more of a sense of awareness when you're out jogging at that type of morning. And so I'm seeing a lot of people go back and forth with each other on Twitter. One more thing that I've been seeing a lot of people buzz about was the violent criminal past of her attacker, because this man, you know, he's going to be put under the jail. Like, they have surveillance video of him cleaning out his car for over an hour, cleaning out blood in his car, going into the house to get cleaning supplies and things like that. I mean, they have a lot of evidence against him. But like I said, a lot of people are just outraged at the fact that he has a very violent criminal past and that he shouldn't have been out just roaming the streets. Like, he kidnapped someone years ago in the year 2000, and he's been really in and out the jail system since he was like 11 years old. So like, what was he doing just being released, just because he served 85% of his time? I mean, you can call this a coincidence, but the guy that he kidnapped in May of 2000 is strangely connected to this case with Eliza. The guy name is Kemper Duran, and he worked in the same law firm as Eliza Fletcher's uncle, Michael Keeney. Like I said, hell of a coincidence. I don't know if he knew anything about her family or had done some type of research, because I'm reading a lot of the headlines. They're saying that she was an heiress. Her family had money. She was the granddaughter of a hardware company billionaire, the late Joseph Orgel the third. So I hope they really dig into the case on that type of tip, because, did he know that she had money or the family had money or what? Or was it just a crime of opportunity? They have so much evidence. It was so much evidence that was left behind the scenes. So what we know is that on her route as she was running, they said that he was actually sitting in his car for about 15, 20 minutes. And then soon as she passed the car, he chased her down. Like, chased her down, struggled a little bit. And then he eventually forced her into the passenger side of his vehicle. And that's just so crazy and unfortunate. You guys can see the timeline of a lot of different things. She was about 4 miles from her home, and he left a lot behind. He left his slides behind. She left her phone behind, her water bottle behind. And, a few days later, like I said, they found her. They found her at this abandoned duplex a few hours later, which is unfortunate. So what we know so far is that she leaves her house at 1544 Carr Avenue for her morning run. And then, like I said, 4.8 miles away, she was abducted while jogging near 3876 Central Avenue, close to the University of Memphis. And then surveillance video allegedly captured Cleotha Abston cleaning out his SUV at 1765 South Orland Street, apartment 3. He was then arrested at his home at 5781 Waterstone Oak Way. And the fifth thing was that her remains were found at 1666 Victor Street. A trash bag also holding her shorts was discovered 100 feet north of 1591 South Orland Street, which wasn't too far from where, Cleotha was cleaning out his car. So, like I said, they have a lot of evidence against him. A lot of evidence just mounting up against him. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happened. Like I said, a little bit more into his juvenile record, because he's been in and out the system since he was 11. So he first entered the Shelby County Juvenile Court as a delinquent, according to juvenile court records exclusively reviewed by Action News 5 in Memphis. Over the next 5 years, he will be detained 16 times for charges ranging from aggravated assault to rape. His first charge was filed in June 1995 for theft of property, $500 or less. From May 1995 to May 2000, he was convicted of rape, aggravated assault, and unlawful possession of a weapon. I'm definitely hoping that we end up finding out exactly what happened with Eliza. Did she put up a fight? Did she know him? Did he know her? How long had he been watching her? Did he know her route, or did he just happen to see her out there jogging? And like I said, a lot of people are outraged. A lot of women that I seen on Twitter are just saying, you know what? We have the right to jog and wear what we want and do what we want at whatever time. So they've been staging various jogs around the country, jogging in memory of Eliza. And like I said, I'm all for that. I'm all for that, but I'm also all for sense of awareness. So I'm hoping that we learn more about more evidence that comes out against him, and how did this thing all, how did this thing all go down? Because if it's proven that he knew her route, and had been watching her, that's premeditated murder. And we're still waiting for some of the charges to be brought up against him. So he will be in court a few more. So he will be going back to court to hear those upgraded charges. So I definitely be back with an update on that. But like I said, they have him on video, and this is just what they've released to the public. They have the whole abduction on video. And I think that they probably would never put that out, but they definitely have it. So it's just crazy. It's so sad. It's so crazy. And this is in Memphis, in the South. A lot of people are victim blaming her and saying that she shouldn't have been out there, running at 4 in the morning, But this now is not the time to be victim blaming. He's the perpetrator. He's the attacker. Something has to be done with these violent people being out on the street like that. I get it. Yeah, people go to prison for their crimes. They do the time. But I feel like certain crimes that people commit, they shouldn't be let out. They shouldn't be let out, because we see this time and time again where they're out for a year or two, and then they do the same stuff that had them in prison for the first time, for the first 5 years, first 10 years. And this is a prime example of what happened with Eliza. I saw an article that said, had he still been in prison
of his car with
for
carpet cleaner
the
and
whole
washed
amount
his
of time that he was
clothes
supposed to
in
serve,
the house
Eliza would
sink.
still be here.
Abstin faces several
And who
charges,
knows
including
whether
murder
that's
in the
true or
death of
not.
Eliza Fletcher.
Possibly
Her
so.
body was found days
But what we
later,
do know is that
less
she's
than a
no longer
mile
here.
away from where Abstin cleaned out
And
his
her
vehicle.
husband, her kids have to deal with this. Just dumped on the side of a house like nothing. So women, we have to start protecting ourselves. We have to do a lot more than what we normally would to protect ourselves. I mean, stuff like this can happen even indoors. I just heard a case maybe about a week or two ago, of a lady being attacked at the LA Fitness inside of the gym, where you would think people would be checked, inside of the women's shower area. So it can go down anyway, y'all. You just got to protect yourselves, because it's all kind of evil lurking, all kind of evil. Keep some type of alert things on you. Keep some pepper sprays, taser, mace, gun, whatever, child, on you or whatever, because you just never know. And take some little defense courses, child. Because it's getting crazy. I hate that it had to be a brother go down for this. It's sad. It's unfortunate. We will be praying for her family, for her kids, for her husband. If I hear anything else about the case, y'all, I'll come back with some more updates. Well, rest in peace to Eliza Fletcher, 34-year-old school teacher from Memphis, found dead, abducted, kidnapped while out for a 4:30 jog. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Catch you lately. Make sure you guys subscribe. Talk to you later.